Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. With the teaser trailer out now, there seems to be a new set of leaks about where vehicles are going to be in their tech trees, and also a new vehicle that has turned up for the French, and some changes in terms of weaponry. If you remember, when it came to the leaks, they basically leaked everything, whether it was all of the vehicles or even the weapon systems that were coming in. So now it looks like there's a little bit of an updated set from the Vigilante. So let's have a look at them in this video. And as always, if you enjoy the content, make sure to subscribe and also like the video. Let's get started. So obviously, we've had a look at the teaser trailer and also a lot of the new vehicles in the leaks, but there is now another new one, and it is another F-16A. This is specifically for France, though. You may remember, France has actually got a lot of reinforcements from the Benelux side of things, or mainly the Benny side of things, and this is in the form of the F-16A Block 15 and the F-16AM Block 15 MLU. But according to the leak list, there is now a new F-16 which is coming in as a squadron vehicle for France. Something that is kind of funny, since for some reason France itself already has a squadron vehicle, whereas good old Italy still struggles and doesn't have a single one. But this is the F-16A OCU. That's supposed to be coming in as a squadron vehicle, and if you want to see the stats of this, guess what? We already have an F-16A OCU in the game. It is the Thai version, which is the Block 15 OCU, which is probably going to be exactly the same as the one which is coming in for Belgium in the French tech tree. The FCU gets access to some pretty fun weapons, including the AIM-120s and also the Python 3 missile, which is of Israeli origin. It also gets the AIM-9Ms and the AIM-9Ls as stock stuff. You also have a bunch of different guided bombs, dumb bombs, and everybody's favorite, Mavericks, meaning that you can do some standoff weaponry too. So France once again is getting pretty bolstered in terms of its CAS stuff and also in terms of its just general high tier vehicles. You can either pick kind of the French vehicles, which have access to the crazy missiles, or you can have more standard stuff in terms of the F-16s, which everybody and their mother seems to have. There's also some more information about where vehicles will be in their related tech trees. So first of all, you have the F-16I Sufa, which wasn't in the teaser trailer. This one was supposed to be after the F-16C Barak, which is kind of sat there. Now it seems like it's going to go instead after the F-16D Barak 2, which is kind of surprising because you already have the Ra'am there, the F-15, but it looks like they're putting it in that right-hand line. We'll obviously see over the next few days if that's true or not, since probably the dev server is going to come out. Talking about some other vehicles that have also been shuffled around, you have the BMD-4M2. This is supposed to be the standard tech tree BMD-4, which is coming in. You may remember that Gaijin said that they were going to add more BMDs into the game, and they started off with the BMD-4M, which was a premium, the BMD-4 standard, which was the event vehicle back in 2021, and now you have the BMD-4M2, which is going to be after the BMP3 and 2S25 folder. So if you want to get the 2S25M for some reason, it might be worth trying to get it now, since they're going to put the BMD-4M2 in your way. But the BMD-4M2 should be incredibly fun. We've talked about it in the past and what upgrades it gets. Basically, it's another modernization which is more designed to try and keep it in line with the BMP3, so they have a lot of parts commonality, so it's easier to repair and also produce, which is, you know, a decent part of warfare in the modern age, but at the same time, doesn't really affect too much stuff in War Thunder. If anything, it just makes things a little bit worse. There is also some news about Naval and where certain naval vehicles are going to end up. The Charles F. Adams, which we talked about the other day, a missile destroyer coming in for America, is going to be located after the Somas, which shouldn't be too surprising. The Z-51 is going to be located after the Z-33 as well. So that's going to be coming into the tech tree as well for, I think, the good old German naval side of things. I'm not sure we actually talked about that vehicle yet. Then we also have the PR-1124 Albatross class, This is coming after the PR11451. So this one is actually going to be in the coastal tech tree. Even though it is a frigate, it does have missiles on top of it. So you'll have access to another missile launcher machine in Naval. Looks like they're slowly but surely ramping up those types of vehicles. You also have the Saumarez, which is an S-class vehicle for the British. This is going to be located after the Grafton, the H-89. The Sugaru is going to be after the Matsu in the good old Japanese tech tree as well. So that's where you'll end up with that vehicle. And the Baleno is going to be after the MC490 in the coastal tech tree for the Italians. No surprise there, really, since, you know, it's basically a more Boffa 4070 vehicle, very similar to the Saeta, but without the anti-ship missiles. There is also a slight change to the AGM-179. The A variant was the one that was supposed to be coming in, but according to the leaks now, it's the MR variant, whatever that means. So we'll have to see how that affects the missile kind of going forward. I'm sure it'll still be very good. I know a lot of people have been looking forward to the 179 or even some more upgraded Hellfires because of their crazy possibilities that they may bring into the game. But for me, I think it's just kind of nice to see more munitions and more secondary armaments for many different vehicles, and hopefully everybody can be pretty happy with them, even if it does mean extra grind for these general things. Hopefully with all of these new vehicles, we'll also see a research reduction across the board, something that we haven't really seen a lot apart from in Naval recently, and hopefully over the next few days we can have a bit of fun looking at all of the different kind of vehicles that are turning up too. The other vehicle that we haven't mentioned is also the CV90-105 TML. This vehicle seems to be returning, which is super surprising, but it is going to be no longer folded with the IKV-91-105, and instead it will be located after the OOSH. Remember, the CV90-105 was removed because, well, it was fake. It was ahistorical in terms of what it should have access to. The turret did exist, it just didn't have the factors which Gaijin said that it did. So now, bringing it back and bringing it between the 8090 area would make sense, because, as you'll find out pretty soon, it was a little bit overperforming in terms of its mechanics when it comes to the game. That's all of the leaks so far. There's been a lot of news over the last few days of War Thunder, and there'll be a lot of news over the next few days. There'll be a ton of stuff moving around, going on and having fun with, and hopefully you guys will be along for the ride, as I will too. Look after yourselves, peace be with you, and I'll see you next time.
I'd just like to thank GMG Smiley, CD Beans, Chieftain Mike, EMN3 Galaxy, Tulio Pontecorvo, Brendan Quinn, Carrion Crow, Gus Irenicus, Pyman, Wartinder, Teddy, Daniel Stanton, Martinez, B. Young, Ozzy Panzer, Alan Hacker, Liam Shear, Opium Prime, Lafouche, Sem, Aslan, Uncle Bean, and Derek R. for supporting the channel.